So this was the replacement floor pan. This was just riveted over the stock rusty metal. And welcome back to Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. We have updates on the mid-evening Maverick. We got mirror holes welded in, a little bit of Duraglass on there because we don't know what mirrors we're going to go with. I need to do some research on the internet and figure that out. We'll let you know when that happens. So we picked up a TIG torch for the Yes welder and TIG welded these holes in on the roof and ground them down. So now that's ready for Duraglass. Coming around the car here, there's more holes here, some rust holes, some holes that were there for whatever reason, we don't know, but these are ready for Duraglass and filler as well. Got a little too much heat in here and it raised this out a little bit. I'm gonna have to do some spoon hammering to get that out. So, onto the front fender here. Most of the body work's done here. Could use a little skim coat here and there, but other than that, it's pretty good. What we're gonna do is start here and move around the car and end up at the other fender when we're done. That's it for now. We'll catch you. Welcome back, Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. We're back on the mid-afternoon Maverick, and we have updates. Lots of updates. Wait till the end for the pure excitement of this deal. Pretty much have the passenger side of the car, the driver's side. Driver's side. We pretty much have the driver's side of the car ready for primer, and I've started at the front, and I've been moving around to the other side. And we got this quarter panel is pretty much roughed in. It needs a glaze coat. The roof's done here. We got the door pretty close on this side. Pretty much what we have left is the fender and the hood. So we decided to get a hood from off of eBay, and there's a couple things about this that, back in my earlier years, I worked on a anniversary commemorative edition Corvette, and we made molds to put 53 Corvette looking clips on a C6 Corvette. So I have slight experience with making fiberglass molds and stuff like that. So I kind of take a lot of pride in my fiberglass work, and I like to observe other companies' products. And this hood was not exactly cheap. Shipping, because it was from Canada, was a lot, and it was a good bit of money. And for the amount of money paid for this panel, I feel that it should be a little bit nicer. When you make a fiberglass part, you make a mold of the inside of an existing part, and then you perfect that mold, and then you make parts off of that. Well, this back structure on this hood, for instance, has tape over the factory holes. You can see imprints of them. There was some rust here, still there. Looks like there was some welds here. More tape spots. There was tape spots all over this thing. I addressed most of them. I got about 3 hours in sanding all this stuff out as the hood sits right now. You can see this is all not a good surface, but I'm just going over it real quick and doing the best I can in a short amount of time, and that's going to have to be good enough. I mean, if you're doing an Autorama car or something, you're going to want this mint. You're going to want the inside of the hood nice and smooth, or you could take it to, you could take it to the extreme, but if you got customers and you tell them a price for painting their hood, it's not including surfacing the whole inside of the hood to a show quality finish. So we're just gonna spend some time to make it decent, and that's gonna be it. Now this is a bolt-on hood, and we test fit it once already, and it fits the opening. It needs final trimming, stuff like that you can expect to happen when you get fiberglass parts. And it's good that they leave it a little long, because all the cars aren't the same. If they've been in a collision before or something, things change. So it should be easy to get the gaps right on this. This is just the outside of the surface of the hood's pretty decent. I mean, I might come in and put some Duraglass in here just to keep this. I mean, there's a little bit of flex there, so it can move around, and we want to stop that. Another thing with fiberglass hoods is they should be post-cured, and what that means is it's left in the tool when it's made and baked in the oven at 140 degrees or somewhere around there for an extended amount of time. Not all fiberglass companies do that, so what I suggest is to just put it outside on the car and let it get warm a bunch of times in the sun, so that way it moves around, and when you do the body work on it, it's kind of going to be where it's at. So that's enough for fiberglass part school for today. We're going to get this back on the car, and I'll get back with you in a minute. So here's some video of the hood on the car. It's got a 4-inch cowl to it or so. It's gonna look pretty cool when it's done, I think. Also, we're updating to the 70 to 72 style bumpers, and that brings me to the next part of the video. The later cars have crash shocks. So I had Brian try to remove these gas shocks, and that's when the sadness reared its ugly head. So tried to get these shocks out of here, and they're pretty much stuck in there. And Brian took a look under here and found that the frame rail's been cobbled together and rusted. So guess what? We got more work to do. Work that wasn't even planned on being done. And it's worse. It's both sides. Someone had cheaply covered this stuff up with some sheet metal and rivets and stuff and undercoating inside the trunk. And the more we get into this, looks like we got some work to do. So Brian's going to take care of that stuff. I'm going to try to help him with guidance on that. But we'll bring you updates on that as we move along. So you come on in here. Where's that piece at? So this was the replacement floor pan. This was just riveted over the stock rusty metal, and when you delete on that, you come in here and see the real story. You got your leaf spring hanger here that's a sleeve with a bushing in it with a bolt through it that holds the shackle. Well, this is separated from the inside of the frame rail, and this sandwiches between the frame rail and the floor pan. So this is pretty much no bueno. And you're not going to be able to see it from there, but there's a rust hole in the side of the frame rail through here. We're not exactly sure how we're going to fix this yet, but Brian's a fabricator. I'm confident that we'll make this better than new. So on my research on Mavericks, they do not make replacement parts for these. So you got a couple choices. The first one is find an old car that's not rusted like this. Very unlikely since it's nearly 45 years old. Find these parts out of a different kind of car. I hear 73 to 75 Mustangs are similar. Or just cut the whole floor out and make it into a full tube chassis car. Or option 4, what we're going to do is do the best we can to fix what we have here and make it stronger than new. So that's this side. This side's pretty much the same way. If you come in here, you can see the floor is raised up right here. This is the outside of the frame rail. I have a feeling that the the spring hanger is right here, and that's pushing up on the floor here. We're gonna cut this out similarly to the other side and see what we got going on here, and make patches and weld it up nice and sturdy and get it done so we can get this car in primer and get it painted. And we'll update you as soon as possible on Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. See you next time. Peace.